Teora with Alien Agenda in cooperation with Alien Leaks, and I'm here today to talk about our next drop. The next drop is based upon some research that we've been doing on patents, and as an engineer I'm finding this information that Alien Leaks is providing really fascinating. There are various patents out there that talk about devices, physical devices that use electromagnetic forces that are completely designed like saucer-shaped objects. Some of the stuff is from 2005, some's earlier, and some's later. Now, in looking at these documents, what I think is important is that the concepts that they're using are not all like new concepts. Some are. They're talking about ion thrusters and various new technologies and electromagnetic forces. But the interesting thing is when you look at work like from Bob Lazar, who supposedly worked at S4, he was an engineer that most people in the industry who talk with ufology would know about. His technology talks about saucer-shaped devices that have three basic kind of engines, and what they do is they're able to use these three engines to basically create a time distortion. I shouldn't say more like a time, it's more really, it distorts time, but what they're trying to do is distort space and by affecting gravity. So what they're doing is they're taking a distance, say you have like a meter or whatever of distance, they're able to just shrink it down to like a centimeter, a millimeter, or even smaller. So basically, it's not like you have to use a lot of energy. You're basically just changing the distance between two spaces. You could see stuff like this in concepts where they try to show, with a piece of paper where you fold the paper together and then you put a hole through the paper, and that's how you can get from two distances on a flat plane. Now, the research papers are quite technical. It requires a lot of science to understand what's going on here. But what little I've looked at these documents, I'm flabbergasted. These documents talk about using, basically it looks like a perfect UFO. That standard UFO that you see is kind of like two saucers placed on top of each other, and they talk about creating electromagnetic, electrostatic fields that can affect gravity. They can affect the space around the device. It's almost as if somebody was working on this technology and then said, hey, we're trying to reverse engineer what's going on here, and then they decide to go do a patent. Now, I know a little bit about patents. I've applied for a patent previously. Just because you apply for a patent doesn't mean that they're going to get it. But I do think that if there are researchers out there, definitely this information is compartmentalized. So, researchers in the various universities or working at a big engineering firm like Boeing or Lockheed or Martin Marietta or one of the military companies, maybe there's certain compartments that have this special knowledge. Maybe the government has said, you guys only get to work on this technology. But if there's anybody out there who is interested in this technology and you're a scientist, highly recommend looking at this next drop of Alien Leaks. We're technical people, but we're not, physicists, and we don't have like PhDs in mathematics. And sometimes I wonder that, even if you have a PhD in mathematics, does that mean you understand everything? Tesla didn't get a PhD, at least from my understanding, and neither did Edison, but they did some of the best scientific achievements that we've ever seen. I think sometimes college, forces you to think a certain way. I think that people like Tesla and Edison really were able to think out of the box. So I think this next drop is going to be really fascinating for the people who are interested in this field. It's not, pictures of little green men or anything like that, and it's, maybe it doesn't have that kind of charm to the social media, but I think that if you're a scientist or an engineer and you're interested in this stuff, you should definitely take a look at these patents and see what's going on. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch these videos. We're working on some other material in the Hayopita area. We have an interview of a woman that we believe, she saw a UFO within like 100 feet. I actually personally think she might have been abducted, but we're going to get into that, during the interview. That'll be in a 3-part series. We've already released part 1. There'll be part 2 and 3 coming out shortly. So thank you for watching these videos, and please subscribe, to our channel and click like. And thanks for supporting us. Take care. Thank you.